Saturday, 11:55, 41 seconds, the year 2022, the month 1, January, the day 1. And flip this camera angle around the other way. And there's the copper strands we have. Yeah. Now, I just used a wire stripper and stripped off from some wire here. And then I just twisted them to hold them all together. And then I can untwist them to get strands off as I need. Or we can keep some of them twisted and put in the holes. So I have one for the length, pretty much of one of the longer bolts, around that long. And then I have ones for the a shorter bolt that got stripped, which is one of the bolts for the tension rod. It bolts into the back one back here. So they're sitting there ready now. Whenever we're feeling fit, put it in a bolt hole for this tension pulley fucker. Tension pulley bolt, and that's an 8 grade bolt in strength. Anyway, and just to let you know, this is a 10 millimeter thick bolt, and it fits loosely in the hole. Just to let you know, like that, fits loosely in the hole. So there's plenty of room to put an 11 gauge bolt in there. Plenty of room. And if you really need some weenie willy whacker things, we can pull the shim out. The shim comes out just like that, and there you have it. And I shall show you. Flip the camera angle. If you really want to know, it shakes side to side. So here it is. Fits on there. The washers stay on unless you really screw them to get them to fuck off. But you can see there's plenty of twisting room in there. You can hear it. See? There's a small gap you can see. So there's plenty of room to get an 11 millimeter thick bolt from the internet, eBay. Cut it up, get a long one, cut it up, get a long one with some fucking smooth shit on it. That's called a partial thread, the smooth part. Get one with a long one and a long bolt so you can cut the bolt, put a tap on it, and tap it down to the same length as this partial thread. You fit it right the fuck in there and get you some washers the same size. And there's another washer that goes in there too. I've got it inside the car. But whatever the fuck, get it so you can get it going on. And like I said, this bearing is kind of sideways a little bit, has a little looseness. You can hear it. And it's actually going back and forth crooked. It's not like it's going up and down. It's going crooked because it's a little bit worn out. There you can see it kind of pulling in and out. Anyway, so that's that. And that just goes back in there. Anyway. And here's some thread lock too if you want to throw a little thread lock in there. If we want. Don't have to put thread lock in there. But if we put thread lock in it, it might be a little harder to get out. We might strip something a little more, but it's already stripped anyway. The most we'd be stripping is the copper. And it won't really be stripping, it'll just tear apart in there. It'll come out in pieces. But anyway, use common sense, think it through. That's the next step to getting in there, putting those fuckers in the hole somehow. Because remember, folks, we're putting the strands in fucking sideways. So how are we going to hold them up in there? So it's going to be some type of thought process, whatever the fuck, put them in there. Maybe wrap them around the thread somehow a different way, or whatever the fuck. But we want them to get all the way, the strands to stay all the way down inside there. So whatever fucking thoughts, plan we can get up with is probably happen in the moment as we start putting it in. Something might spark something. So anyway, there we are. That's for the 1993 Subaru Legacy 2.2 ej22 engine block. Because we changed the water pump out during the wintertime in the cold and stripped the fucking bolt. Well, the bolt was already fucking somewhat stripped anyway. When I pulled it out, it was actually loose. I remember that now. And I remember that because I got it on the video too. I watched the video because I videotaped everything. I watched that video and sure enough, the video showed me it was already somewhat loose. So, anyway, it was already somewhat stripped. So, and it just has like a couple millimeters at the very end of the bolt hole that it was grabbing onto, or that it has a good solid grab to anyway. And it probably had some grab somewhere in between the length of the shaft, but turning it out during the cold probably fucking finished it off with the strip. Anyway, I gotta fucking shit again. Why the fuck do I gotta I'm fucking shitting today. In the fucking shitting mood. The fucking body's just wanting to shit, and I ate nothing but fucking cherries and cantaloupe and chocolate yesterday. and some protein bars. But